Well, a combination of warmer than usual weather and reoccurring rainfall and standing water creating these ideal conditions for these pesky pests. We know them as mosquitoes. Here to explain why they're biting around the metro is Elmer Gray, the public health extension specialist and research professional at UGA's College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences. Elmer, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Chesley. It's great to be here.
All right, talk to me about how much of our weather pattern recently has added to this spike of mosquitoes in our area.
Well, summer's arrived, but certainly the rainy periods have filled all the containers and habitats where mosquitoes grow. Mosquitoes require standing water for the larval stages to develop, and anything we got around our homes that's holding water is going to grow mosquitoes.
Wow. All right, so when we talk about mosquitoes, one of the things that comes to many people's minds would be West Nile, right? How serious is this health risk right now?
Right now, we're in the early part of the season. We haven't had much activity yet. The peak period for West Nile transmission is August 15th to September 15th as the mosquito populations grow through the summer. So really, we want to take our precautions now to kind of prevent the problems later.
Now, you're saying we're just at the beginning. Now, I was out yesterday, and I'm telling you I got bit up. But you're saying we're just at the beginning of this?
Yeah, absolutely. We're in the middle of it now as far as just the mosquito season. The warm nights really allow the insects to grow fast. So that's really what's getting the season kicked off is it's finally hot and the nights are staying warm. And then we've had a lot of rain. Some areas have had heavy rains down there around Atlanta. You've had more than we've had here in Athens. But anything that can hold water can grow mosquitoes. We really need to be diligent about the plant trays and tires and kids' toys and garbage cans and things around our homes.
Yeah, really got to dump those out. Now, some people may see this as just a nuisance, but there is a broader health risk, right?
Absolutely. West Nile is a very serious disease. It causes inflammation of the lining of the brain. So when people have severe cases of it, it's extremely serious, and it's a preventable disease. So that's the whole thing is we want to work hard to prevent the mosquitoes from biting us. Light-colored, loose-fitting clothing is very good. It makes us less attractive in the environment. And then EPA-approved repellents work great, and we want to use them according to the label instructions.
So we got to take this very seriously. Are there any other illnesses that can be around mosquito bites?
Well, of course, worldwide, malaria is the biggest problem. Dengue is another virus in Central America, South America that's kind of on the rise. So there's other mosquito-borne diseases. People bring these diseases into the United States from travel, pick up the pathogens when they're out and come home with them. We've been fortunate not to have too much localized activity. Our standard of living, the fact that we have running water is really important to prevent mosquito, and it reduces the habitats that mosquitoes can develop.
Do the candelabras work? Do those things that you light up and you put around your backyard or put around your tent? Do they work?
Some of them are better than others. I'm not going to name any products, but
Gotcha.
the products that are sold in your feed and seed and home and gardens that put off a vapor, insecticide vapor, are very effective. If the mosquitoes are bad, they can be very helpful. The old citronella candles that we used to talk about using, not as much. They require still areas. If there's a much of a breeze, it's going to carry those smoke and scents away that have repellent properties.
That makes sense. Are there different types of mosquitoes?
Oh, absolutely. There's 63 species
Wow.
that we know of in Georgia. So what we have here in the upstate are not the exact same ones that they have along the coast. They have salt marsh mosquitoes, much more of a problem in coastal areas along the salt marshes. Chatham County or Savannah is our most developed mosquito control district.
Wow. Okay. So stay from those areas when it comes to the summertime, I guess, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Along the coast is really, and that goes from Massachusetts around Florida, Texas. The coastal areas have much more larval habitats where the mosquitoes can develop and can be quite problematic.
Is it a myth that fans will work because they're so light insects? Does fans help to blow them away? Is that a myth or is that true?
No, fans are good actually, and that's certainly a box fan on the porch. If you don't want to use any insect repellents, a box fan is going to be very helpful. It's going to make you feel better too from the cooling process. But fans help. Your repellents, light-colored, loose-fitting clothes.
Yeah.
doing everything we can. You really want to be diligent about this standing water thing. I can't say it enough.
Yeah.
Where the water drains, the downspouts from our gutters can be problems. So there's a lot of stuff that people can do, particularly here in the upstate. We grow most of our own mosquitoes in our yards and neighborhoods here in the upstate.
Hey, could you give me one or a particular repellent that works better than the other, or what should I be looking for?
Well, the active ingredient DEET is still kind of the gold standard, but there's other things. Oil of lemon eucalyptus. If people want to use a botanical product, that's very good, but it's only approved for children as young as 3 years of age, whereas DEET is approved for children as young as 2 months. And most of the other repellents are as well, so you need to read the fine print on the repellents, but low concentrations, you're going out for fireworks, you're only going to be out for an hour or two. A light concentration, 7% is pretty common. If you're going to be fishing and out all day, deep woods off or something with a higher concentration to last longer.
Got it. Elmer Gray, thanks so much for the insight, my friend. We really appreciate it.
All right. Have a good 4th of July.
All right, do the same.